Hello everyone, and welcome to our second Actor Awareness virtual scratch night. I hope you're all doing all right, staying safe and washing your hands and all that sort of jazz. We're here to sort of cheer you up and still give you, live theatre, even though, we don't know what the theatre industry is going to be like at the moment and the arts industry is general. So, this is, hopefully we're trying to help you really. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm Tom Stocks and I run Actor Awareness alongside Michelle Payne and Stephanie Silva. And, we fight for equality, diversity and working class talent in the arts. And we do things like this. I mean, we've been trying to help as much as we can during this lockdown period. We've been running Q&As for the past sort of 3 weeks. Basically, the reason I set those up was because we wanted to give you access to industry, working class role models that you wouldn't normally get access to, and for you to sort of ask questions. We've had people like Shane Meadows, Vicky McClure, Danny Brocklehurst, Nikki Salt, Rebecca Patworth, a load of different people. We've got agents, casting directors, all of those live on our Zooms, and I have put them over onto our Twitter page, so have a look on there and you can re-listen to those on our podcast as well. So tonight is Underrepresented Stories by Underrepresented Voices, and we have collaborated with Casper Arts, so all of these performances tonight are performed by their students. We're really happy that this has happened. It's amazing. And we've got 4 pieces of new writing for you tonight. So we've got our wonderful host Tash Thomas, so I might as well hand it over to her. She's going to sing us some songs and things, and we'll go into the writing and let's enjoy the evening.
Hi, I'm Tash T. I'm going to do a song for you. I see trees of green, red roses too. I'll watch them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the brightness of day and the darkness of night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow so pretty in the sky, also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I see babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Hi everyone, welcome to the Actors Awareness Scratch Night. My name's Tash T and I'll be your host for this evening. Hope you guys are doing well and contending with lockdown. I know it's been a crazy time, but what makes it amazing is we can still connect via the wonders of technology. So we've got a real fun evening for you coming up. Our first sketch for the night is Stay In, Come Out by John Skerritt. It's directed by Natasha Kathy Chandra. The cast is Imelda De Souza and Roma Sikta Raman. It's about Abel, who is stuck inside with his wearing parents during lockdown. We all know that feeling. And when an embarrassing incident takes a turn, he video calls Sarah for support. But she has her own battle to contend with because Sarah is being held captive by her demonic cat.
Guys, please!
Ah, fuck off, you little shit! Fuck off!
Huh? Sarah!
Hey,
Oh my god, your face!
I'm all right, honestly.
Oh, that looks really bad.
It looks worse than it actually is.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
What happened?
the cat, little shit.
Jesus.
Turns out he's as over this whole isolation thing as I am.
Where is he now?
I managed to shut him out, but he's waiting at the door though.
Waiting.
Yeah, he's not finished.
Jesus.
So, as it stands, I'm currently being held captive in my room until he's tired or bored or all of the above.
That's crazy. What started him off?
I don't know. Well, I should have seen it coming, really. He's been funny all week. Not eating his food, trying to bite my toes in bed, throwing up in bed, diving off the top of the wardrobe onto my bed. A lot of bed stuff. But just today, like before lunch, he was coming across the back of the sofa and I thought he was going to bunt me.
Well, why would you think that?
I don't know, he was purring and I thought it was the cat equivalent to an olive branch.
That's stupid.
Yeah. No! Yeah, no, he came up to me, paused, and then he jumped at my face.
Bloody hell.
I think he learned his lesson though. I sort of cry chopped him and launched him across the room.
Is he okay?
Is he okay? I'm the victim. I came off much worse, trust me.
I guess.
How you been though? You look like you've been crying.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I've been better, to be honest.
Why? What's been happening? He's still meowing. Can you hear him?
Not really. Got my own cat situation going on here, to be honest.
Who is that?
3 guesses.
Of course. Go on. What now?
If they weren't going to get a divorce before, they will once lockdown's over.
Damn, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That sucks, being holed up with them.
I have no idea.
How are you coping?
I'll survive. Can't say the same
Can't
for them,
say
though.
the same for them, though. But seriously, if you ever need a laugh or distraction, I'm here.
Thanks.
That's why you called, yeah?
Sort of.
Don't worry, I've been practicing my close-up magic, so I could show you a couple of
Actually,
tricks if you like. What's up?
Oh.
Abel!
Oh my god.
Abes, come on. Just talk to me. Abes. Talk to me.
Oh, bloody hell! Why is this so awkward?
Just tell me.
So, I have a lot of spare time right now.
Don't we all?
Yeah. And right when I'm sick of reading and gaming, you know, I, I masturbate.
Ooh, get you all fancy. Masturbate.
Come on, stop! I'm trying to explain.
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway, I've been doing it quite a lot,
Would you
and
say? Me too.
gross. I don't need to know that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot it's okay for you to talk about jerking off, but not me. Hey, if you feel comfortable enough to share the details with me, I'll happily oblige and do likewise.
Oh, no. Hey.
Prude. Okay, continue.
So I was,
Doing the business.
yes,
Going to Funky Town.
Zara.
Sorry. Wait, I've got one more. Okay, this is a good one.
Yeah, I'm hanging up. I'm calling back. Bye.
Wait, no, come on. Abes. Fine, I'll zip it.
Right. So I was, doing that, and apparently the internet was lagging. So Dad came upstairs. And,
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he
He
caught me.
caught you.
Be quiet.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be laughing. You got caught out.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Not even the best part.
You must have been traumatized. Holy cow. Oh, baby, no wonder you were crying. I would have died of embarrassment. Wait, did he do the silent, "We will never speak of this again," walk out? Or was it the over the top, "What the fuck?"
I saw the porn.
Oh, I'm really, God, I'm really sorry.
No.
Abel, really, I didn't mean to. I just.
No, I know you. I know you didn't mean to. It's fine.
No, it's not fine. How did he take it?
He was.
Was it DP?
What?
Just
Oh no!
Just
God, no! No!
understand if his reaction was valid or not.
No, it was not DP. But yes, he did get a face full of.
Of gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
He didn't say anything. He saw the screen, pulled a slight face, and then he left.
what kind of face?
I don't know.
Show me the face.
Sort of like. No, like.
I mean, we don't know if that's a negative.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. He just wasn't expecting it.
Right. So he left.
Right.
Then
And
what?
well, I followed him, and then I
You cleaned up
went-
though, right?
No, there's nothing to clean up. Jesus. Right. No. I followed him downstairs into the living room, and he was just sat there staring into space. And I asked him if he was okay, and he said he needed a minute. And he took a minute, and then he shook his head and apologized for bursting into my room. He said he was really sorry for.
That's good, right?
I told him, no, I'm sorry for screwing around with the internet. And he laughed. He laughed and he said, it's only natural.
Disgusting. You guys were bonding over masturbating.
Yeah, I guess we were.
Ugh. Okay, so you were both having a moment.
Then he asked if I'd said anything to Mum, like if I'd come out to her. And I said, no, no one else knew except some close friends.
You're welcome.
He asked, why not? And I just started bawling my eyes out.
Oh, Abel.
And it took me a few minutes to calm down. And I said that with him and Mum constantly warring. They just never seemed like a good moment to bring it up. You know?
Of course.
And he looked so crestfallen. Then
I bet.
Mum came in, saw his face, and saw my face, and then she started getting upset.
Sounds very cathartic.
It was. Briefly, once the tears were out of the way, they had questions, of course, and then they started blaming each other, saying that they were the reason I didn't feel comfortable coming out.
Oh, for God's sake!
That's still going on. So right now, they're down there just trading insults. That's been my morning.
Shit. I'm sorry you've had to deal with that.
I wouldn't even mind. But I'd always built up my coming out as this big thing in my head.
As you would.
It changed nothing. They're still fighting.
That's not on you, though. Okay, if they can't acknowledge the importance of you coming out, then well...
Importance. Importance. Come dinner time, they don't even remember what they're fighting over.
They should know better. Well, you've always got me.
Oh, you were meant to be cheering me up.
Oi! Oh my God.
He's loud.
He's trying to get in. He's leaning on the hand a little.
How's he managed that?
He stands up on the windowsill and leans on the handle with his paws.
That's smart.
Too smart.
Be careful though, yeah? He's clearly got a taste for it.
I've got a mean right hook, so I'll be fine. If not, I've always got...
Come in.
Please don't kill me.
Wait, hang on. Dad, you can come in. No, I'm not. Oh, mate, give me a sec. Dad, you... Oh, I'm talking to Sarah. I'm not. On the phone. No, it's fine. All right, Dad. Yeah, I love you too. Yeah, both.
Okay. I'm ready for ya. Ah, you've calmed down now. Let's show Abel you've calmed down. Yeah. Yeah. Good boy. You want some food?
Alright, I'll be down in a minute. Let me just say bye. Yeah. Bye. Alright, sorry mate, I gotta go. Oh, charming. Thanks, mate.
Our next one this evening is Reformation Centre by Mandy Chivasa, directed by Yusuf Niazi. Cast is Ariana Moore and Rebecca Downing. Reformation Centre is about a young woman who has entered the afterlife and is trying to navigate where her soul goes next with the help of her very eccentric mediator. Am I dead?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
What?
I don't know if you're dead, but you're definitely not alive, sweets. Well, not right now, anyway.
How did I...
You don't remember?
Not really.
I'm not sure it's best to tell you then.
Was I in a lot of pain? Was it quick?
I can't really go into it as it's not protocol. But you should really look left and right and left again when crossing. I mean, you're a 90s kid, right? So you probably remember those hedgehogs singing Stop, Look and Go. Just saying, sweetheart.
Funny. I always thought I'd die when I was young.
No, you didn't. You never thought that, ever.
Alright, but I'm still annoyed though. I mean, I had so much left to live for. Like, I had just finished uni and...
Wasn't that 3 years ago?
Well, alright, okay, kinda just finished and, you know...
3 years is a bit of a stretch.
Well, alright, recently entered the world of work then and was...
Well, I read you only had a few job interviews and a part-time job, actually.
Alright, okay, well, I mean, it's still unfair. You know, like, why me? I mean, I'm not saying that other people deserve to die before I did, it's just, I'm asking why specifically me.
It sounds a lot like that's what you're saying, though.
It's just I've never done any harm, you know? Like, I mean, I'm no Mother Teresa, but still.
Yeah, because if you were, HR would have a case on their hands. But she went to the top straight away.
The top.
I said that too loudly. It was meant to be in my head, but it just came out. Can you sit down? You're stressing me out.
Stressing you out? I literally just died. I think.
Well, you didn't just die. Technically, you're in a coma. For days now, actually, but you've not... No! Angie! Zip it! Throwing away the key. 2 blocked.
So what is this then, like, purgatory?
Can you sit? You're putting me on edge, so a lot of stuff is just sprouting out.
Well, it'd be helpful if you answered at least one of them.
There is no such thing as purgatory. I mean, why would the boss keep you here in limbo? That's harsh. He either wants you because you're pure of heart, or because he thinks you're a heartless ingrate who's beyond saving, and he damns you to the pits of hell.
Jesus, I'm going to hell. Why me?
I joke. There's no such thing as hell. It's just nice to see the look on everyone's faces when I say that.
What is wrong with you?
I read the room wrong.
So what is there then?
Well, we have the top, where you go if you've done a lot of good things. Then we have the middle, which is this place, sort of like a consultation room as you wait to hear what's happening with your file. And then where you've come from, which we call the ground floor. I mean, technically it's not the right term for it, but no one actually remembers what it's called. And then the last place, which is nothing.
But nothing.
Yes, void, zero, blank, nothing.
How can there be nothing?
I know you humans are scared of it, but it definitely is a thing.
So I'm guessing this nothing place is bad then, like where all the sinners go?
That is not really PC if you catch my drift, but it sure isn't as fun as the other places, it seems.
Okay, so let me get this right. So you've got the top, which is where all the good people are.
Yep,
And then you've got the ground, which is where I came from.
that's right.
And then this nothing place, which, I mean, isn't hell, but technically means that you're not a good enough person to get into any of the other places.
Put it like that, it sounds a bit harsh. But yes,
And then here, the middle, which is where you decide where we'll end up.
I'm impressed.
Okay, so what's taken my file so long then?
Well, admin is very busy, you know, with kids dying, wars breaking out and diseases spreading. So we're a bit overworked here. Who knew people couldn't get along when left to their own devices? I did. Don't tell the boss. I mean, I did say this free will thing is a bunch of crap.
Wait, so you're saying that we shouldn't have free will?
Well, I'm just saying we could easily have a world with peace if you were just to do what you're programmed to.
But then everyone would just go around doing the same thing.
Yeah, but then your life wouldn't just abruptly come to an end because of someone abusing their free will, would it? Anyway, sweetheart, don't listen to my meditations. I'm not Descartes. I mean, his file was already processed. Clearly not him.
So who are these admin people then?
Beings, not people. They usually walk around in white outfits with the letter A's on their chest. Really serious people. They are great if you ever get a chance to meet them.
Okay, so how long do they usually take?
Well, lucky for you, you're not that old, so probably not much longer.
And what are they looking for, exactly?
They're looking at the decisions you made. And if they can make a case for you to get to the top, or waiting to see if you can go back to the ground floor.
Okay, and if none of these are options, then what happens to me then?
Then... nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna need a little more than one word.
I've said too much already.
Oh, well, tough. Say more.
You know, I've always liked your zeal. Oh, I never said zeal before. It sounds very good.
Look, just tell me what's there. My brain is literally gonna think of the worst possible thing.
It's literally what I just said, okay?
Wait, you don't know?
Well, no one knows.
How can you not know?
Well, if your file isn't accepted, then just poof.
What, so you've never even asked?
I'm only a junior level mediator. I don't want to ruffle any feathers. I do actually like my job.
Oh my God. All this because I went to see that prick. Oh, and I knew he was cheating on me or some bullshit, but I just had to go and talk to him. I mean, I'm here because of a guy who's got a triangular shaped head. I mean, I'm here because of a guy whose head could solve Pythagoras' theorem. I mean, unless, was I dying anyway, or?
Sorry?
Well, like, you know, was my time already written, or?
No! You just got hit by a car because you weren't watching where you were going. Why do people assume there's a special book written with a special time on it?
It's just something people say.
Go figure.
So, What's it like at the top?
It's lovely, I believe.
You've never been.
No.
So what have you done?
I know you're asking far too many questions. There's always one each shift, and you're that one.
Well, I mean, this is kind of a big deal for someone.
Yeah, I understand. But please, can you just sit down and relax?
Look, I never even told my mum that I was going out. My mum? Look, I need to tell her. Is there some way that I can, like, speak to her? Just to say goodbye at least. Look, I promise I won't ask anything else of you. I swear I will ask nothing else. Just one chat.
Grace. She already knows. Remember? You've been here a while.
But how can that be when I don't remember?
It's just the amount it takes to lift you here and get you calm before this process.
Am I calm? Do I fucking look calm? God, just let me see my mum, please. I just want to see my mum.
Grace, please. I don't want to sedate you again.
What is this place? Are you sure it's not hell? Because it fucking feels like that. Please, I need to get out of here. Just please take me home. I just need to go home.
Grace, please. Okay, listen to my voice. Your mum is heartbroken, but she's doing okay. Your whole family is supporting her. Just breathe. Sweetheart.
Stop calling me that!
I'm sorry, okay? But will you just calm down? It'll be decided soon.
I'm not even a fucking good person.
That's not something I can answer.
Come on, you've seen my file. You've seen my life.
I can't say.
Look, I really don't want to be that person, but I am this close from asking whether I can see your manager.
My manager's working top level today, Blossom.
Okay, well, in your opinion, am I good?
Well, good and bad are just a scale, right? Like, for example, you used to comment horrible things on the people's social media. That's not good.
I was like 15.
You also posted one last week, I remember.
Oh, well, that barely counts. I mean, that girl's account is full of shit about other people anyway.
Okay. But you also used to make a lot of people smile. Like when you used to help your elderly neighbour. So that's not bad, right?
Mrs. Thompson. Is she at the top?
I can't tell you that, I'm afraid. But she was a wonderful woman.
I should have done more good things.
Hindsight's a great thing.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, in hindsight, you probably should have just checked the road.
Look, can we just let that go?
Okay, zipping it.
I'm an idiot. And why wasn't I looking? This is...
No, Grace, listen to me. You're just young and easily distracted, that's all. Don't be too hard on yourself.
So now I'll just wait.
No, you just wait.
Ooh, I think we're on to a winner here, Trig. Keep it cool, keep it cool. Drink up, Trig, we're leaving. I dance, yeah. We raised £300 last year, yeah.
Do you dance?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I more modern than what you've just done. I've sort of fused MC Hammer with, you know, flash dance and all that. Yeah.
Well, go on then.
Feisty one you are!
What?
Feisty one you are!
What are you doing?
It's Yoda. From Star Wars. I was doing it on the coach for about an hour.
Oh, was that what that was? Oh, good. I thought you might have a problem.
Nope.
You know, like Asperger's or something.
Wrong again!
Have you ever been tested?
Good one.
Ordering a curry. What do you fancy?
Chicken boona, lamb boona, prawn boona, mushroom rice, naan poppadoms and a keema naan.
You know, we'll just stick it on the table, you know, just...
Whoa, okay. Why is it that when, you know, people gather to drink Chinese or an Indian or whatever, and it's expendable to not eat your own food, but why do you have to, you know?
Well, 'cause it's nice.
But it's not for me, is it? Is it? I can guarantee that Stacey's ordered korma. Am I wrong, Mick?
No.
Exactly. Kormas is pointless. It's futile. No one likes a korma. And I bet Pete, have you been thinking about my booners?
I have actually.
You see? If you want a booner, order a booner. That's why I have to order 2 lamb booners. You know what? I've had enough of this. I'm out. I'm out.
Next up, we have I Did a Bad Thing Once by Helen Squires. Directed by Amber Sinclair Case, the cast is Sophia de Souza. I Did a Bad Thing Once looks at the consequences of lying, misusing social media, and living with mistakes you make when you were younger.
When I was in year 6, I had to stand up in assembly and read out a poem. I Did a Bad Thing Once by Alan Alberg. He was that guy who wrote all those Mrs. Butler poems. I still remember it. I did a bad thing once. I took this money from my mother's purse for bubblegum. What made it worse, she bought me some. For being good, while I'd been vice versa. So to speak, that made it worser. And I am aware that remembering that poem is really uncool, but it's sort of ingrained in me now. And it's funny because being a kid, stealing is like the worst thing you could imagine someone doing. Not that stealing isn't bad, stealing is wrong, don't do it, but if all you have to feel guilty about is stealing money from your mum for bubblegum, so like £1, you're basically Mother Teresa. I did a bad thing once. I was with my boyfriend Ryan. Great guy, amazing guy. The kind of guy every girl wanted to be with and every mum wanted their daughter to be with. He was one of the good ones. He wanted to be a doctor, which I think pretty much just sums up how good he was. He was nice. He was hot, but not overly hot where you'd be worried about him being a secret fuckboy. The right amount of hot, you know? And every girl wanted to be me. Every girl wanted to be with Ryan. Which can send a girl a bit paranoid, a bit crazy, just a little bit crazy. And it is crazy because he chose me. And I don't know why, because I'm absolutely butters compared to most other girls, but he liked me. He thought I was sweet. He thought I was funny. He thought I was a good person. Every Wednesday was date night, which honestly sounds more exciting than you think. It just involved us staying up till the early hours watching films. Ryan was really into films, especially Disney, even though his favourite film was Shrek and isn't Disney, but apparently according to Ryan, it has a Disney vibe. A trigger warning, unpopular opinion alert. I'm not that into Disney films. They're kids' films. But I was into Ryan, so every Wednesday we'd watch a Disney film or Shrek. This one Wednesday we were watching Pinocchio, which is an absolute snooze fest. For those of you who haven't seen it, a puppet comes to life, becomes best pals with a grasshopper, likes going off with strangers, is a total liability, turns into a half donkey, they'll get eaten by a whale, and then, because he's been good, which he clearly hasn't, the fairy turns him into a real boy. Well, just before Puppet Boy turns into a donkey, we run out of snacks. And snacks are important. So Ryan heads out to the corner shop to buy crisps or something, and I'm just chilling in his room. And then I hear it. Ding. His phone. He's left it behind. But I don't snoop, obviously, because I'm a good person. I'm not crazy. Except I did snoop, of course I snooped, I'm only human. It's a message from Georgia. She's a girl in my class at school. She's a mate. She's not a best mate, but she's a mate. And she knows I'm with Ryan, so it's probably nothing. Just mates texting or something. I don't know. Fuck it. One cheeky peek won't hurt, right? I unlock his phone and there it is. Georgia. Naked. On my boyfriend's phone. I mean, what the fuck, right? What an absolute slaggy, slutty fuck you cunt bag. And what makes it worse is Georgia's hot, right? Georgia's fit. Everyone knows Georgia's fit, and there she is, boobs and all, on my boyfriend's phone. Fuck her. And this is where I wish I put the phone down, or deleted the photo, or threw the phone out the window. I did a bad thing once. A very, very bad thing. I uploaded the photo onto Facebook on my boyfriend's account with the caption, "Unwanted nude. I have a girlfriend. Boys, enjoy." Shit. I put the phone back where I found it. On his side of the bed, I try to ignore it, then it starts. Ding, 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 ding. Shit. I pick the phone back up, the notifications are going mental. Fuck. What do? I take it back, I delete the post, I delete the photo, I delete it all, everything, all of it gone, like it never happened. Like it never happened. Like it never happened. Funny thing about the internet, you can't just delete something and make it go away. That photo exists on every person's phone who saved the photo. On every group chat the photo was sent round. On every site the photo was uploaded to by someone else. I did a bad thing once. A very, very bad thing once. I take it to your grave. Kind of bad thing once. Did you know Georgia wanted to be a PE teacher? Stupid, right? Who the fuck dreams of being a PE teacher? That nude went everywhere. She would have never been a teacher, and if she did, the kids would find it. Like kids find everything on the internet. She'd have to quit. And she knew that. She couldn't cope with that. I destroyed her life with a click of a button. During the investigation into Georgia's suicide, they tracked the nude back to Ryan's house. He was arrested and charged with distribution of pornography of a minor, which makes the whole situation sound like some paedophile thing, but it wasn't. It was just because Georgia was 17. And because Ryan was 18, he was tried as an adult. He's on the sex offenders register, so he'll never be a doctor. Ryan's still alive, but apparently he's still dead inside. I destroyed his life in a click of a button. And of course Ryan told the police it was me. I got scared, I lied, I said it wasn't me, and they believed me. And I wish I could take it back. I wish I could go back in time. I wish I could have not pressed send. I was 17. And I obviously wouldn't do it now because I understand what I did now, but I shouldn't be held accountable for something stupid I did when I was 17 that I obviously wouldn't do now because I'm not the same person I was when I was 17. I'm a totally different human being now. I was just 17. And I can't say anything now, and it was so long ago, so I just have to live with it. I killed 2 people. I did a bad thing once. I took this money from my mother's purse for bubblegum. What made it worse, she bought me some for being good while I'd been vice versa. So to speak, that made it worse.
And finally, we have Killing Biff and Chip by Claire Marie Perry, directed by Shantae Campbell. Cast is Misha Demadia, Ashley Gibbons and Stephanie Stevens. It's snowing, which means one thing: no school. No school for everyone, that is, except for Riley and Chloe, who the school has deemed in need of extra academic support. But how relevant is a lesson on recycling or reusable plastic for a 15-year-old who's not sure where their next meal is coming from? Killing Biff and Chip explores the disconnect between the expectations put upon by teachers and the lives of the young people they are trying to help. Often the most important lessons that we learn are not learnt by the ones that are being taught.
Okay. Okay. Riley's late. There she is. Okay. No? Anything? Anything at all? What can we do to make our community that little bit better?
Does everybody have to do this, miss?
Do they shite? I can see half my form from here out on the green. Logan James has built a massive knob out of snow!
Okay! Thank you, Riley. No, Chloe, not all students, just the students we feel that would benefit from a little extra support while we can't get into school.
So why us?
Well, we're prioritising those who would do well. Thanks, Riley. I wouldn't say thick as shit.
Students with families with low academic aspirations. That's one of the criteria, isn't it? Or thick as shit parents. I think that's me.
Well, I wouldn't worry about labels, Riley. What's important is that you...
I'm not offended. Well, I was a bit at first, but then I went home and asked my dad what he got for his GCSEs, and he told me I fudged him. When I asked him what he meant, he said I got all Fs, U's, G's, and E's, F-U-G-E, fudge. I thought, fair enough, really.
Well, you're obviously very bright, Riley. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. So let's just get on with it. Riley.
My parents are divorced.
And that makes you suddenly stupid, whose parents aren't divorced.
It's more than that.
Okay, Riley, that's enough. Chloe, you don't have to explain yourself to anyone. Right, I was told to do this to help students who, for whatever reason, are not on track to meet their target grades. So, let's just go with them. Not a penny, Riley, no.
Well, that's a shitter, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So, if we could just make this as pain-free as possible, that would be great. So, our community, right? Making it better. Any ideas? Okay, so, well, sometimes when I'm waiting for someone in the car, I leave the engine running, you know, because if I want to charge my phone or leave the heater on, but now, I switch it off.
Brilliant, that solved a lot of my issues. Much appreciated.
Well, actually, Riley, I read somewhere that leaving the engine running for just 1 minute can fill up to 150 billion with toxic gas. I mean, that is just really... Dogs?
Well, you can like clean up after them instead of letting them like poo on the path. I stood in some last Tuesday.
Absolutely.
Wednesday.
Jesus fucking Christ on a bike!
All right, Riley.
Like what? Seriously, what is this?
You know what this is, Riley. This is all of us coming together to...
I don't mean to be rude. Like, I am interested in the sessions and that, but how is this going to get us better grades?
Well, I think we've been through this. It's not just the academic side of things, Chloe. It's... I don't know. I think the idea of these sessions is to make students feel more empowered, motivated to push yourselves a bit more.
It ticks a box so the school doesn't get shit on as much by Ofsted.
Yeah, and that.
Miss,
Yes, Chloe.
who decides the target grades? Is it the teachers?
Well, not really. It's quite complicated. Why do you ask?
I was just wondering why we're predicted such high grades for like everything. Like in art, I'm literally rubbish. I took it because I love it, but I'm so bad.
Well, Chloe, I'm sure you're not that bad at art.
I am. I'm rubbish. Even Mr. Porter says so, but in a nice way. I don't mind because I really like it, but I'm predicted like an 8. Why would he predict me an 8 if he knows I'm really...
She's got a point. Why am I predicting an 8 in art, or any other subject for that matter? I'm shitter than her, and at least you own a pen.
Well, like I said, he doesn't get to predict your grades.
Even though he teaches me.
Yeah.
So who decides?
The grades are generated from a data.
Data from where?
From your SATs exams.
SATs?
Yeah.
What, from year 2? We were like 6.
Yep.
I didn't do art for my SATs.
No, but they use that data, your results, to predict your grades across the board.
Every subject?
Yes.
That's mental.
It is, yeah.
So, Chloe, you know Fat Harry Hayes from year 11, the dead clever one, yeah?
Riley!
I know him. Proper clever.
Yeah. Apparently his dad made him do GCSE PE because he's so fat, want him to get fit or whatever. He can't even bend over to tie his shoes, let alone clear a fucking hurdle.
Yeah,
So he's going to be predicted like a 9 for his GCSE PE because he could count to 30 when he was 6. That's fucking brilliant.
Can we turn down the language, please, Riley?
So if Harry Hayes doesn't get his full marks in his GCSE, his teachers will get, like, sacked?
Not sacked, no. But there are consequences, I suppose.
I heard he was going to get kicked off the course. Thought I might have done something interesting for once, but no, they're just worried he's going to wreck their results.
How do you know all this stuff?
I have detentions every week. They put me in the back of all sorts of offices. You hear everything.
Can we get back to the session, please, girls?
Why can't the teachers just say what they think we'll get? They're the ones teaching us for the exams.
Because they might be like, oh, Annabel Gray is proper stupid. She'll only get 3s. I know, wait a minute. I'm teaching her now. I'm the dogs. Boom, now she's got all 9s. Give me a bastard pay rise.
Teachers wouldn't do that.
No, Chloe, they probably wouldn't. Right. We're not here to talk about other students or the flaws in the education system. Right. What about wait for it. Global community. Right? Any ideas? Okay, well, I've started shopping in those shops where, you take in containers. So if I need herbs, spices, or even rice, I can just take in a jar.
Yeah, spices and shit for all that cooking we do. Tupperware, that's much more relevant. You know what I want to do?
What's that, Riley?
I want to go back in time and find 6-year-old Keanu me and be like, Riley, love, chill the fuck out. Don't practice your reading and your writing. Be shit. Forget fucking Biff and Chip, traitors. Count backwards. Don't learn to write. That way, when you get to 16, they'll think you're a proper thicko and just leave you the fuck alone. Otherwise, little Riley, all of this colouring in the lines is going to do is to make them think you can get an 8 in physics when you're 16 and you have to spend the rest of your life stuck behind a laptop talking about dog shit and Tupperware when the rest of your class gets to go outside spending their bonus week off building a giant penis out of snow.
Okay! Riley, enough. Recycling. What's that next to you?
It's a water bottle.
Yes, a plastic water bottle.
Yeah?
And what could you do with that plastic water bottle after you finished with it?
I could put it in the bin with the rest of them, miss.
Or you could recycle.
It.
Thank you, Chloe.
Fuck off, Chloe.
Or you could buy a reusable one.
No, I couldn't.
Yes, you could, Riley. You really could.
Fucking couldn't.
I heard somewhere that every year at least 2 million tons of plastic flows into our oceans every year. I mean, that means about the year 2030. It's just going to be ready. Riley, why would you do that?
I'm hungry.
You're hungry?
Yeah.
Well, Riley, I'm hungry because I didn't have a proper lunch because I spent 1 whole hour planning this session, but you don't see me behaving like that.
I'm hungry. I've got to listen to you bang on about plastic fucking water bottles. This is fucking Evian, for Christ's sake. When am I ever going to spend £1.20 on some water, let alone what? £6 on an empty bottle? The only reason I had that is because I had to load the food bank.
What?
The food bank, which is now closed because no one can get there to help out. So when I mean I'm hungry, I don't mean I'm a bit peckish for my Marks and Spencer's quinoa, falafel, wrap, or whatever. I mean, I'm hungry as in I haven't eaten for around 24 hours. And I probably won't for the rest of the day.
Riley.
Who's your mum?
I don't know, Chloe. Maybe she's still at her boyfriend's. Maybe she came back home and is still passed out upstairs. Either way, I don't think she'll be putting a roast chicken in the oven for dinner or baking flapjacks anytime soon. So it doesn't really matter.
Riley, we can get someone to come and help you.
Not just me, though, is it? How many kids on my block can't afford a hot meal? Won't get any decent food this week. But as long as the fish are alright, who gives a fuck?
I'm sorry, Riley.
That's a bit trickier, isn't it? You can't solve that with recyclable water bottles and plastic straws.
I'm sorry, Riley. I don't plan these sessions. I just get told what to do.
Whatever.
Riley.
Nick, should I just do a poster or something?
Yeah, Chloe, that would be lovely.
Childhoods are dead. I'm sorry, but it's true. Dwindling are the days of playing in the street when you played things like Kirby with your mate Pete, or did street Olympics like you were some sort of professional athlete. God, gone are the days of knocking on doors and asking if you were playing out, not coming back in on time and getting a clout. Do you remember when you just did stupid shit? You know, just for the sake of it. Yeah, you might have got bruised and battered, but it was a laugh going home with your clothes in tatters. Now kids are just shackled up inside on their phone, mindlessly scrolling like you're some sort of clone, or tapping away on FIFA and COD, getting sucked into this virtual world of upgrades and mods. What happened to putting two jumpers down and having a kickabout? Instead, they're taking selfies with a trout pal, uploading and begging for comments and likes, instead of crushing up a can and making your wheels sound like a motorbike. I remember when kids had imagination and fun, when you'd go to your neighbours and play knock-a-door run, or you'd have water fights, wrestling and building forts, or even British Bulldog and other street sports. I miss the days of games like Manon and coming home with grass stains all down your front. Where are the little rivalries with your next street along? You know, when you felt invincible and you could do no wrong. Or seeing how fast you can cycle down the hill, racing against your mates just for a thrill. And I tell you what, there was nothing better than coming home from being carefree and finding turkey dinosaurs there for your tea. But look at us now, eh? All across the UK, kids too scared to go out and play. Now they're smothered and bubble wrapped inside. Parents too scared to let them go out just in case they died. But without that trust, our streets, they're looking bare. No community left there, and that's not fair. because those days taught us a lot growing up. It teaches you to socialise and to create a friend when you can be anything in the world of pretend. You know, kids don't even interact face to face, a world I just can't comprehend or embrace. So, you know, rather than staying inside with all your worries and doubt, go and knock on your neighbour's door and ask if they're playing out.
Hello guys, my name is Matt Kincannon. I'm a spoken word artist and actor from Salford. The piece that I'm going to be performing is called Bubbles, Bubbles, Bubbles. It's something I've written myself, talking a lot about mental health and the idea that we often bubble up our own anxieties, and the pressure of that bubble can become so big for some people that the inevitability of it popping is the biggest fear. I personally bubble up a lot of my own emotions, and I wanted to write this to express that you should talk about stuff, you should be able to let people in, and you should not have to bubble up all of these insecurities and worries. I think even more so now that we are living in our own little bubbles in this social state that we're going through right now, it's more important than ever to talk to people, to ask questions, to find out how people are getting on. And so that's what I wanted to do with this piece, is to allow people in to my bubble. So I hope you like it. Bubbles. The big bubbles, small bubbles, don't bubble it up. Double bubbles, don't bubble it up. Massive bubbles that you feel you could wiggle in. Colourful bubbles, reflective bubbles, don't bubble it up. Even spit bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles, fucking bubbles. As a kid, I loved nothing more than bubbles. There were never no troubles or struggles as long as there were bubbles, hundreds of them. Tens of thousands in one breath. While other kids were off playing in puddles, I loved watching them. Those colours floating high into the sky, shining in the sunlight, shimmering and glistening. I'd listen in. That was weird, but I felt like I could hear them talking, listening to that screaming sound as they come closer to the ground. My breath would tighten up and I tried to keep them floating higher up. As long as that bubble didn't touch the floor, things would be alright. As long as the sky was filled with bubbles, the troubles would be out of sight. Now, I'm not going to lie, I was fucking grated here. Blowing them. I knew just how much breath to prepare. I dared to blow them huge in one steady breath, knowing it had caused disaster, casualties and death. And when the other kids joined in, it was like a bubble war site. These liquid bombs throwing left to right, all blown out of proportion and taking flight. I'd duck and dive and sacrifice my own life to save them as they started dropping to the ground, acting the hero every single round. Think Saving Private Ryan on the bubble battleground. I mean, the stress of it and the pressure from the other kids, whereas when I was on my own, I was in control. Yeah, I controlled. Completely relaxed, calm, bubble wand in hand, breathing steady and wow, look at it go. Weightless, mateless, one singular, beautiful bubble with nothing to hurt it. You know, my imagination would take me to feel the sensation of being trapped inside. I used to think, how would it feel to be in there? To have people stop and stare, to live inside as I float on by, the boy in the bubble. I used to be terrified of the idea of being swallowed up and bubbled up and then popped. But the truth is, No matter how high into the sky they fly, they always come slowly crashing down. Or there's always some bully who pops the best bubble in the playground. I guess the thing is with bubbles is they always pop. Recently I have become trapped inside. The bubbles that used to excite me have now become bubbles of anxiety, and the bright colours have become black. Thick smoke and breath that used to push in is now slack. Because you see, from inside here, you see everyone around you, but you don't really see them. You hear everyone around you, but you don't really hear them. You feel everyone touching you, but you don't really feel them touching you. You're terrified you'll be popped. The thing is with my bubble, it doesn't pop. And the more I worry, the more I seem to bubble it up. And that's got to stop.
Whoa, there is something going down, like the storm in the sky. I ain't gonna be played by your behavior. How can I trust someone who's lying to me and said, go and go? No, I said, go and leave. I said, take your stuff and go, 'cause you're not for me, no. Mama knows best when times get hard. My papa always has a joke to make me laugh. See, mama knows best when I feel down, so bring me up and always keep my feet on solid ground. Yeah, just be the best of my daddy said to me. Always use humor as your therapy. Don't ever let life take you seriously. Just do you because you do you so perfectly. Oh. See, mama knows best. See, daddy knows best. See, mama knows. See, mama knows best when times get hard. But papa always has a joke to make me laugh.
Hey, and that's it. That's the end of the night. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We've been Actor Awareness. Please, go crazy on Twitter and Facebook and all that. Tag us in it. What's been your favourite bits? All that sort of stuff. I really hope we put a smile on your face tonight. That's what we've wanted to do. And obviously, we've, tried to do as much as we can over this lockdown period, I guess. Thank you to everyone who's been involved. Thank you to Casper. Art students who performed wonderfully tonight as well. Thank you to Shell for organising it all with me, and Steph as well. Thanks to Matt who sent in that wonderful poetry, and our wonderful musical theatre winner as well. It's been a whirlwind. I hope you enjoyed our silly stupid quiz. Yes, my acting was not the best and some of the accents were poor. I do apologise, but it put a smile on your face, didn't it? And that's all that matters. And that's all that tonight was about, is to get you back into the arts industry, feeling good and doing good. So thank you so much. I've been Tom Stocks, and keep safe and stay well, guys. Thank you.